Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a quiet lake, the water so still it mirrors the sky above. The world feels heavy sometimes, doesn't it? The pressures, the worries, the endless race to get somewhere, to be someone. But what if I told you that by calming down, by truly letting go, you could watch life unfold and give you everything you need? Not in the way you might expect, not in material riches or fleeting pleasures, but in a deeper, more profound way, a way rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. This isn't about chasing. It's about being. It's about finding peace in the chaos, strength in adversity, and contentment in the present moment. Today, we're diving into Stoic philosophy, a practical guide to living well, and how it can teach you to calm down and let life flow. So, take a deep breath, let your shoulders relax, and let's explore how Stoicism can transform the way you see the world and how the world responds to you. Stoicism, at its core, is about living in harmony with the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. Born in ancient Greece and later refined in Rome, it's a philosophy that's been guiding people through life's storms for over 2,000 years. Thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus didn't just write about ideas, they lived them. They faced wars, exile, betrayal, and personal loss, yet they found a way to stay calm, focused, and fulfilled. How? By mastering their minds and aligning their lives with what they could control. Stoicism teaches us that happiness, true, lasting happiness, doesn't come from external things like wealth, status, or even relationships. It comes from within. It's about cultivating a mindset that allows you to face any situation with clarity and calm. The Stoics believe that by focusing on what's in our control and letting go of what isn't, we can find peace no matter what life throws at us. So, what does this have to do with calming down and watching life give you everything? Everything. When you stop fighting against the current of life and start swimming with it, you open yourself to a kind of abundance that's deeper than material success. It's the abundance of peace, resilience, and purpose. Let's break this down step by step, exploring the key Stoic principles that can help you achieve this. Let's start with one of the most powerful Stoic ideas, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, put it simply: some things are within our power, while others are not. Things within our power include our thoughts, our actions, our attitudes, and our choices. Things outside our power? Pretty much everything else: other people's opinions, the weather, the economy, even the outcomes of our efforts. Here's where most of us get stuck. We spend so much energy worrying about things we can't control. We obsess over what someone thinks of us, or we stress about a future that hasn't happened yet. The Stoics would say, stop. Focus only on what you can control: your response, your effort, your perspective. Let the rest go. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and you're cursing the cars around you. Sound familiar? Now, imagine applying the dichotomy of control. You can't control the traffic or the fact that you're late, but you can control how you react. You can take a deep breath, put on some calming music, or use the time to reflect. Suddenly, the situation isn't just bearable, it's an opportunity to practice patience. This is the first step to calming down. Let go of what you can't control. When you do, you free up mental space to focus on what matters. And here's the beautiful part: when you stop fighting the things you can't change, life starts to feel lighter. You begin to see that the universe isn't against you, it's just doing what it does. And you're free to respond with grace. Now, let's take this a step further with a Stoic concept called amor fati, which means love of fate. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled during wars and plagues, wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs." This doesn't mean passively accepting everything or giving up. It means embracing life as it is, with all its ups and downs, as if you chose it. Think about that for a moment. What if every challenge, every setback, every moment of joy or pain was exactly what you needed to grow? What if life's difficulties weren't obstacles but opportunities to become stronger, wiser, more compassionate? This is amor fati in action. It's about saying yes to life, not just the good parts, but all of it. Let's say you lose your job unexpectedly. Your first instinct might be panic or despair, but a Stoic would pause and ask, how can I use this? What can I learn? How can this make me better? Maybe this is the push you needed to pursue a passion, start a new venture, or rediscover what truly matters to you. By embracing the situation, you transform it from a tragedy into a turning point, amor fati is a radical act of trust. It's trusting that life, in its unpredictable way, is giving you exactly what you need to become the person you're meant to be. When you calm down and accept this, you stop resisting. You start working with life instead of against it. And that's when things start to shift. Stoicism teaches us that our perspective shapes our reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This idea is at the heart of calming down and letting life unfold. It's not the events themselves that cause us pain or joy, it's how we interpret them. Let's say someone criticizes you harshly. Your first reaction might be to feel hurt or defensive. But a Stoic would ask, why am I letting this bother me? Is this person's opinion within my control? Does it change who I am or what I value? By reframing the situation, you take back your power. You realize that their words are just noise unless you choose to give them meaning. This reframing applies to every area of life. A rainy day ruins your plans? It's a chance to stay in and read a book. A project fails? It's a lesson in resilience and creativity. The Stoics practice something called the view from above, imagining themselves rising above their problems to see them from a cosmic perspective. In the grand scheme of the universe, most of our worries are tiny. This doesn't mean they don't matter, it means they don't have to control us. When you practice reframing, you start to see life's challenges not as burdens but as invitations to grow. You calm down because you realize nothing can truly harm you unless you let it. And as you shift your perspective, you open yourself to life's gifts, opportunities, insights, and moments of unexpected beauty. So far, we've talked about calming the mind and embracing life's flow. But Stoicism isn't just about thinking, it's about action. The Stoics believed in living virtuously, which means acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Seneca wrote, "We should not live as if we have 10,000 years to live, but as if this day is our last." This isn't about being reckless, it's about living with purpose. When you calm down and align with Stoic principles, you start to act in ways that feel authentic and meaningful. You focus on doing what's right, not what's easy or popular. This might mean speaking up for someone who's being treated unfairly, even if it's uncomfortable. It might mean working diligently on a project, even if the results aren't guaranteed. It's about showing up fully in each moment, knowing that your actions are what define you. Here's the paradox. When you focus on doing what's right without obsessing over outcomes, life often rewards you in unexpected ways. Opportunities arise, relationships deepen, and you find a sense of fulfillment that no external reward can match. By calming down and trusting the process, you allow life to give you what you need, not always what you want, but what aligns with your deeper purpose. One of the biggest barriers to calming down is our attachment to things, people, possessions, outcomes, even our own self-image. The Stoics taught that everything is impermanent. Seneca said, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short by wasting time." By clinging to things that are fleeting, we set ourselves up for suffering. Letting go doesn't mean becoming detached or apathetic. It means holding things lightly, appreciating them while they're here but not depending on them for your happiness. Imagine you're holding a beautiful glass vase. If you grip it too tightly, you might break it. If you hold it too loosely, it might slip. The Stoic approach is to hold it just right, cherishing it without being consumed by it. This applies to everything: your career, your relationships, even your dreams. By letting go of your need to control these things, you create space for life to surprise you. You might not get the promotion you wanted, but you might discover a new passion. A relationship might end, but it might lead you to a deeper connection with yourself. When you calm down and release your grip, you allow life to flow naturally, and often, it brings you something even better than what you imagined. In a world that constantly tells us we need more money, more success, more stuff, Stoicism offers a powerful antidote: gratitude. The Stoics practice something called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, where they imagine worst-case scenarios to prepare themselves mentally. But they also practice gratitude, reflecting on what they already had. Try this. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's the warmth of your coffee, the smile of a stranger, or the fact that you're alive and breathing. This simple practice shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. And when you focus on what's present, you start to see how much life is already giving you. Gratitude doesn't just make you feel good, it rewires your brain. Studies show that practicing gratitude reduces stress, improves sleep, and boosts resilience. The Stoics knew this intuitively. By appreciating what you have, you calm your mind and open your heart to life's abundance. You stop chasing and start receiving. Let's talk about something uncomfortable but profound: death. The Stoics were obsessed with it, not in a morbid way, but as a reminder to live well. Memento mori, or remember you will die, was a constant theme in their writings. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This might sound grim, but it's incredibly liberating. When you remember that life is finite, you stop wasting time on petty worries or meaningless pursuits. You start focusing on what truly matters: your values, your relationships, your impact. You calm down because you realize that most of the things you stress about won't matter in the end. Try this Stoic exercise. Imagine it's your last day on earth. What would you do differently? Would you hold on to that grudge? Would you spend hours scrolling on your phone? Or would you reach out to someone you love, take a walk in nature, or work on something meaningful? Memento mori isn't about fear, it's about clarity. It's about living each day with intention, knowing that every moment is a gift. So, how do you live this philosophy? How do you calm down and watch life give you everything? It starts with small, consistent practices. Here's a daily Stoic routine to try. Morning reflection. Begin your day by asking, what's in my control today? How can I act with virtue? Set an intention to focus on your thoughts and actions, not external outcomes. Premeditatio malorum. Take a moment to imagine potential challenges. Not to worry, but to prepare. If something goes wrong, how will you respond with calm and wisdom? Gratitude practice. At the end of the day, reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. Write them down or share them with someone you trust. Amor fati exercise. When something bad happens, pause and say, this is what I needed. Look for the lesson or opportunity in the situation. Memento mori. Remind yourself that time is finite. Let this guide your choices, pushing you to focus on what matters most. These practices aren't about perfection, they're about progress. Over time, they build a mindset that's resilient, peaceful, and open to life's possibilities. You'll start to notice something remarkable. The less you fight life, the more it seems to work in your favor. Opportunities appear, relationships deepen, and you find a sense of ease that you didn't know was possible. Let's bring this full circle. When you calm down, when you let go of control, embrace your fate, reframe challenges, act with virtue, release attachments, practice gratitude, and remember your mortality, you create space for life to give you everything. Not everything in the sense of material wealth or perfect circumstances, but everything in the sense of meaning, purpose, and peace. The Stoics believe that true wealth is internal. It's the ability to face any situation with courage and clarity. It's the freedom that comes from knowing you're enough, just as you are. It's the joy of living in alignment with your values, no matter what's happening around you. Think about the lake we imagined at the beginning. When the water is still, it reflects the sky perfectly. When your mind is calm, it reflects the beauty of life. You start to see that everything you need is already within you. The challenges, the joys, the uncertainties, they're all part of the tapestry of your life, weaving together to create something beautiful. So, here's my challenge to you. Start today. You don't need to read every Stoic text or become a philosopher overnight. Just pick one idea from the script, maybe the dichotomy of control or amor fati, and apply it. The next time you feel stressed or overwhelmed, pause, take a breath, ask yourself, what's in my control? How can I respond with wisdom? Then act. Life is waiting to give you everything, not by chasing it, but by calming down and letting it unfold. The Stoics knew this, and their wisdom is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. So, calm down, trust the process, and watch life give you everything you need to thrive. Thank you for listening. Now, go live with courage, wisdom, and peace. The world is waiting for you.